everyone, thanks for joining me, your sport pilot James Glory, on another exciting episode of Sport Vibe on TNT, where we'll bring you exciting and latest sport happenings across the world of sport every Tuesday, as is our tradition to do so. This week won't be an exception, so I would implore you to please stay tuned, because we'll be right back shortly after this break. Welcome back to beautiful Tuesday, and starting this week edition from the world of Formula One, where we talk about Oscar Piastri being able to win the Azerbaijan Grand Prix that took place during the weekend to make it his second Formula One win in the Formula One history, as he takes McLaren to the top of the constructors standing in the world of Formula One. Right now, the McLaren team are standing at the top of the constructors table with 476 points, 20 ahead of Red Bull, who started this season incredibly well. We see wins from Max Verstappen. Right now, they are sitting second in the constructor standing with 456 points in the world of Formula One. The McLaren are having an interesting latter end to the 2024 season, as we have seen Oscar Piastri winning the Azerbaijan Grand Prix. Also, you know that Lando Norris, their driver, has not been putting up without a fight with Max Verstappen at the top of the driver standing. And at the Azerbaijan Grand Prix, we saw Oscar Piastri winning that one, and in the second position was Charles Leclerc, and the Mercedes driver, where we talk about John Rizzo, taking the third position, and out of the podium was Max Verstappen, this time around finishing fifth position, where Lando Norris was able to finish ahead of him in the fourth position. It's going to be an interesting one to watch in the world of Formula One, with 7 races left in the world of Formula One. Who will be winning the Constructors Award in the year 2024? You remember that this is the first time that McLaren will be making it to the top of the Constructors standing since the year 2014. This is a decade ago. Will they be able to sustain that and probably win the Constructors Award for the year 2024? But quickly, let's switch our attention to the world of football, where we travel down to the La Liga, where we talk about Barcelona, that they are doing incredibly well in the Spanish La Liga. Right now, they have been able to get 5 wins out of their 5 matches being played. Hansi Flick doing well with Barcelona. You remember that he was the former manager of Bayern Munich, who inflicted a 8-2 defeat on Barcelona. Now he's been managing Barcelona, and he has been doing well, maintaining his 100% record in the Spanish La Liga. In their 5 matches, they have been able to score 17 goals and only concede 4 goals in the Spanish La Liga. So far, they are at the top of the Spanish La Liga table, where we saw Gallagher scoring his first goal for Atletico Madrid, and another debutant, where you talk about the man that made his move from Manchester City to Atletico Madrid, scoring at the latter end of that match to make it 3-0 for Atletico Madrid. We talk about Julian Alvarez scoring another goal for Atletico Madrid. And in the third position in the Spanish La Liga is Real Madrid, who has dropped points. Remember, they were only able to win Real Sociedad from 2 penalties awarded to them, where we saw Vinicius Junior taking one, and we also saw Kylian Mbappe converting the one that was given to him by Vinicius Junior. And also, let's travel down to the Premier League. We'll talk about another interesting manager that is having an incredible outing in the Premier League right now. He has been given the award of the Manager of the Month. We talk about Fabian Osler, the manager of Brighton and Hove Albion, winning the Manager of the Month in the Premier League. He was able to get 8 points out of the available 4 matches played in the Premier League this season. Remember, he was able to defeat Manchester United. He played a draw against Arsenal Football Club, and this time around, the youngest man in the Premier League has been able to win the Manager of the Month. But who would have been winning the Premier League Player of the Month if not Erling Braut Haaland? He was able to score 2 hat-tricks in the month of August before the international break. This young man has been able to break so many records in the Premier League, and as still stands right now, he has 9 goals in the Premier League after just playing 4 matches, and this is the highest that any player in the history of Premier League has been able to score in just 4 matches in the Premier League, breaking Wayne Rooney record, who was able to score just 8 goals in 4 matches. Erling Haaland goals during the weekend was the difference for Manchester City as they continue to make their 100% outing in the Premier League. His brace was able to form a difference in their match against Brentford during the weekend. Erling Haaland can't just stop scoring 9 goals in 4 Premier League matches already for Erling Haaland. That young man is breaking every record in the Premier League as things stands, and for the record purpose also in the Premier League, you remember that Anslot is yet to be defeated before their match during the weekend against Nottingham Forest, but at the Anfield Stadium, Liverpool walked alone, where we saw Calamonsin Odoi, the former player of Chelsea Football Club, scoring a decisive run for Nottingham Forest to get a win against Liverpool at the Anfield Stadium, where Liverpool walked alone as Liverpool recorded their first defeat under Anslot in the Premier League. Will they be able to bounce back in the Champions League? As we know, this is the Champions League week, but you permit me to go on a very short break, and when we are right back, we continue right from where we stop. Welcome back, and still in the Premier League, talking about the defeat that Liverpool suffered during the weekend, but Chelsea Football Club were able to get a win against Bournemouth during the weekend, where we saw Jadon Sancho making his debut for Chelsea Football Club. After moving to Chelsea from Manchester United, he was able to provide an assist for Okuku, who scored the winning goal for Chelsea against Bournemouth. This was an interesting one to see Chelsea fans chanting the name of Jadon Sancho, and he was able to win the player of the match award. Jadon Sancho probably will be reigniting his football career with Chelsea Football Club after suffering so many critics in Manchester United. And another interesting one that we won't fail to talk about on this week's episode of Sport Vibe on DNT Walk was the North London derby between Arsenal and Tottenham, where we saw Arsenal continue to dominate the North London as they were able to inflict another defeat on Tottenham Hotspur during the weekend, causing the goal from Gabriel after a set-piece goal was scored from the corner for Arsenal Football Club. It was an interesting one to say that Arsenal defeated Tottenham Hotspur again, but this won't sound out of place as they have continued to dominate them. In fact, this is the 3rd time that Tottenham has suffered a defeat on their home soil to Arsenal. And I'm talking about the North London debut and history surrounding the North London. Let me quickly bring you a brief history surrounding the North London derby between Arsenal and Tottenham Hotspur. And for the record purpose, Arsenal and Tottenham Hotspur met each other for the first time in the year 1909, and in their appearance and the match between these two has been 196 matches between these two, where Arsenal has been able to win 83 matches in the North London derby. It was an emphatic one where you talk about history. Arsenal has the upper hand against Tottenham Hotspur, where Tottenham Hotspur has only been able to win 52 matches in their 196 meetings between them and Arsenal. And also, for the record purpose, in the year 1935, Arsenal was able to defeat Tottenham Hotspur 6-0. It was an emphatic and a defeat when you talk about the North London debut, suffering a 6-goal defeat to Arsenal Football Club in the year 1983. And when you look at it way back, you see that Arsenal Football Club are the master in the North London derby. In fact, the North London belongs to Arsenal. And still bringing you history, talking about the player that has scored more goals than the North London debut. Talk about Harry Kane, the man enjoying his outing in the Bundesliga. He was able to score an hat-trick during the weekend in the Bundesliga. He is the man that has scored the most goals at the North London derby. 14 goals is the goal that Harry Kane has been able to score in a match between Arsenal and Tottenham, but sadly he was not there to deliver as Tottenham Hotspur this time around, as they were defeated by Arsenal, as Mikel Arteta was able to inflict the first back-to-back and back defeat for Tottenham Hotspur on their home soil, and also for the record purpose, the highest scoring match between Arsenal and Tottenham Hotspur was the 5-4 defeat that Arsenal defeated them in the year 2004, where Arsenal won the Premier League invisibly. In the Premier League is an interesting one, talking about Arsenal and Tottenham, but for the Tottenham fans, these are facts that they would like to hear in the world of football. The North London belongs to Arsenal. And quickly, let's switch our attention to the European football that will be taking place during this week. Tonight, we'll be seeing so many matches being played in the Champions League, where we'll be seeing 36 clubs participating and hoping to win the UEFA Champions League that has a twist to it in the year 2024-2025. And this night we'll be seeing PSV taking on Juventus. Also, we'll be seeing the young boys playing Aston Villa, the Premier League side who were able to make it to the Champions League. Will they be able to perform well in the Champions League, or will they be having the same fate with Newcastle, who was able to make it to the Champions League last season? And also, we'll be seeing Real Madrid taking on Stuttgart. Will Real Madrid be able to bring down their form that we know them to do in the Champions League, as they'll be taking on Stuttgart in the first match in the Champions League? And also, we'll be seeing Sporting taking on Lille in the Champions League. And the match of the night is between AC Milan and Liverpool. This is going to be an interesting one to watch between these two, considering the rival between AC Milan and Liverpool in the Champions League, and also considering the fact that Liverpool lost to Nottingham Forest during the weekend. Will they be able to get a win against AC Milan? Let's keep our fingers crossed, as we'll be enjoying good football tonight. And this is the length at which we'll be going on this week's episode of Sport Vibe on DNT Work. For more news and sports stories, follow us across our various social media handles at Sport Vibe on DNT Work. Remain blessed, stay safe. Thank you.